The idea behind the Ebola work that we did was that, frankly, getting a reporter out to an area where there was Ebola a couple of years ago, it was almost impossible for many reasons. So we came up with this idea of giving them iPods. We had this system where they had the iPods, they had the training to be able to do this job of filming, which is actually the fairly simple part of the whole process. But we needed to be able to get that material back, and that's where the cloud came in. And what I wanted to do was to make it as simple as possible. So with the Dropbox situation, where as soon as you go into an area with Wi-Fi, it starts uploading your photographs straight from the device up into the cloud. The great thing that we were able to do was to set that up so that as the doctors at the end of the day walked back into their environment where they had Wi-Fi, without them doing anything, the footage that they'd filmed that day was coming back up to us. So I was sitting back at base, watching these files appearing at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and being able to turn it round for our breakfast shows, both on radio and on television as well, and being able to version that material for television and for radio. And the people that were at the end of it, they didn't know anything about it really. It was just arriving. I was out in South Sudan a few weeks ago, and in South Sudan it's a very fluid situation, it's a conflict zone. I wanted to make sure that my material was frankly out of my hands as quickly as possible. And so I was using the same sort of systems that we used in Sierra Leone with Ebola to try and get my material out as quickly as possible. We can't store everything on our devices. We've got to get out of that idea of having a device that, SD cards and things like that. We've got to get rid of that idea, because you can break an SD card and lose a week's worth of work. When I send a piece of material out of a country, it's not just going to one person, but that dozens of people in different parts of my organization can get hold of that material and start processing it in the way that they want at any time that they want.